Hi guys, here to talk to you today about really cool game called Zaberias. As you can see, it's got quite a small carbon footprint. It's very small. It's all printed in this and double side things, and it's got the dice in the actual pack. Each of the four factions has got its own triple kind of triple core cardboard piece, and it's really easy to play and set up, and it's meant to be really great for kids as well. So I'm just going to give you some overviews and my thoughts. I'm going to set it up on the table so you can see what it looks like, and then go through my thoughts on positives, negatives, and how good I think it is overall. So let's get this one to the... So this is the basic setup for Zaberias. For 4 players, you have all of these corner things together. It's slightly different for 2 and 3 players, but the basics of the game are very similar. The roads will all match if you've got 2 or 3 players. 3-player game looks something like this, but you'll flip it the other way around so the roads meet, and you can still follow all the roads to get around and stuff. And then on your player board, you get the information for everything pretty much that you could want on your player board. You start with 5 coins at the start of the game. As you use them, you just flip them over to show that they've been used. And then as you get stronger, you can build stronger warriors. Now, they're easily placed on the board to see where you can get them from. If you've got a wooden castle, which is what you start off with in your corner, this little wooden guy is worth 1 coin per round to help you with money, and it also means you can build any one of these level 1 characters. Technically, the next castle just pops out, and this castle is giving you then 2 coins, and as you can see at the top, it's got 2 dice rolled there as well, so that helps you to kind of figure out what else it does as well. And then the level 3 metal castles, they give you 3 coins per round. So you can only ever have a maximum of 6 coins per round because there's only 6 on here. And then you've got different fighters for each different level. You cannot build a level 2 fighter from a level 1 castle. You cannot build a level 3 castle fighter from a level 2 castle. And obviously level 3 castles will let you build any type on the board. Each player board only has 2 slots for castles. As we're looking at the undead board at the minute, I'll just pull this down a bit more so you can see the undead part. There's your corner where you start here, and then there's one in the centre-ish area. So you can build them too, but then you can also spread out and build onto others' land. It's a very simple system. The fighters have a certain strength on them. Oh, shadows annoy me. So you can get a certain strength on them. So their strength is 3, and they roll 1 dice, and they can move 3. There's not a lot more to them than that. When they get attacked by other enemies, the enemies can roll 1 dice if it's this guy, and they have to defeat this guy's 3 strength with their dice roll and potentially some other bits. You can have some extra complications to that, like you can have people within range join combat as well. But overall, the rules are very, very simple and all come on about 2 or 3 pages on a PDF. Also, to save on paper and printing, there's no rule book. You just go here and you scan this picture, and then you go download the PDF on the file or look at the video files. And as you can see as well, the dice, which are quite nice, fairly plain, but they're different for each faction. This undead faction's got skulls on it. They all come in the centre of this board that is your player board. So there's not really a lot to this game, but it's all really brilliantly packed together and put together in some nice flat packing that I think IKEA would be proud of. I'm going to just take you through what I think my main thoughts and overview of this game is, and take it back to myself on the camera. So, big benefits of this game are that it comes obviously flat packed. If you're short on space, like I am at the minute and considering selling loads of games because I can't fit any in, then this comes flat packed. That's 1 character pack together. If I just get the front on properly, that's the front. It's very thin. The dice are in there. All the pieces are underneath. You just pop out the top piece of cardboard. That's your player map. That's all your pieces to play with. They're all flat. My one concern is that obviously it's cardboard, so after a few games I feel like the cardboard's going to fray at the bottom, especially if you're plugging them castles in and out of those holes. But so far mine are okay. I haven't played 100 times. I've played maybe 3 or 4. It's very easy to introduce to younger children. It does say on the box that it's the #1 best educational game for kids 6+ to improve counting and reading skills. To me, there's not a lot of counting in there. There is a bit on dice checks and putting the skills together. So it is good in some ways for maths and things, but as a maths teacher, it's not going to help them improve their counting and numeracy skills loads, I don't think. But logic and planning and basics of war games and area control, definitely here. I think it's still a good game for kids. I think it's easy to pick up. The art is really nice. I prefer this. These are my favourites. But then you've also got others like these, the upside down Zaberians, and then you've got the humans and the humans. I can't remember now. There's these guys who are the I can't remember what it says. Oh, I've got them on here. There's orcs, guardians, and humans. So there's not a ton of variety, but they're all really well balanced. And if you want a game that you can play with your kids who are like maybe 7 or 8, or like up to maybe 11, 12, this type of game would really go down well, I think. It's easy to follow. There is a bit of strategy. There's more complex stuff later on. Like if you can stand on this space here, you'll get extra stuff. There's a good level of balance between area control, fighting. It doesn't feel too egregious. It doesn't feel too bad, like you're being beaten down. But on the whole, it's a really good experience. I think even adults will enjoy this. Once you get past the basics, there is a bit of strategy here on how you can keep your castles defended while also trying to spread your territory. Do you go all out and attack someone else's area and leave your castles undefended? Or do you try and defend what you've already got and build on that and not move about too much? So there's a lot of strategy, a lot of great decisions in here. I think it's a great game. Overall, from me, it's getting an 8 out of 10. Really enjoyed it. For me personally, obviously it's not as deep as what I like in my games. It's not very mechanic heavy. It's very straightforward. But if you're looking for a great game for your family and for children above 6 to play, then yeah, I think it's great. And it's going to teach them basics and planning and help them develop a way of thinking around problems. So yeah, great game, highly recommended. Thanks for the guys at Zaberias.com for sending me this. They sent it me from America, so obviously not cheap on shipping at the minute. So thanks, I really enjoyed it, and I'm sure you will too. Catch you on the next video, guys. See you on for another short review soon.